Hey guys, welcome back to our 10-acre homestead right here in New Zealand. Today I've got a load of compost. It's actually middle of the week. I've decided to unload this compost into here. So I was going to use all of our own compost, which I still might do. There's the two beds behind me over there. I still might top them up with our own compost, but it definitely is a mission. So these two I'm definitely going to top up with board compost. Yeah, maybe I'm just being lazy, but that's just what I'm doing. So that is one garden bed, fully complete, quite a few wheelbarrow loads. And this is how much I've got left. It's like, I don't know, a quarter of a truck. Definitely not enough for that garden bed, but we'll get unloaded anyway. That is it, that's all I've got. I got almost halfway with this bed. So it's almost 1.5. I guess if that one wasn't so deep, having to fill, I would have got 1.5. So I've got quite a bit to fill here, and I might have to fill over there. So maybe it's another cube of compost sometime this week. We'll see. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. So it's quite a few days later. A lot's been going on. Coming to the end of this vlog, we will show you guys. If you guys watch the live, you'll know what is going on, because we updated you quite a bit. But for now, it's like a little bit drizzling, and it's the morning hours of a Saturday morning, and I'm going to plant some seeds before the kids come down. They'll come down in a second, and then in a little bit I've got to go and pick up 4 of something that I'll show you a bit later on. But in here we're going to plant some corn and some other stuff. Let's just plant it and then I'll tell you after. Who else can say they've got a pig in the garden? Well, Harold was down here trying to make destruction out of these garlic. Come on, Harold.
Good job.
Lock him out. So all the kids are coming down to help, but these two got backpacks on coming down, and asked them where they're going. They're going on an adventure, so I will let them go. See you guys later. So what we've got going on here, we've netted it because the birds are going to come in and annihilate the corn otherwise. Maybe the mice will come because the mice have been in the little greenhouse and got the corn. If it happens, we've planted early enough, we can plant them again. But what we've got here, we've got long beans going to grow up the trellis, and we've got 4 rows of corn, and we've got dwarf beans in the front. So there's a lot going on in this bed. There could be more, keeping it simple. But what we want to do now is we want to get some dirt. I've got some dirt over there, was going to use for the potting up of the greenhouse and that, but I think I'm just going to use it for here, because we've actually got to clear it for the digger. Got a 10-ton digger at the top of the driveway, ready to come down, ready to get these ostrich pens and fencing up and going, so get them started. So we're going to actually fill up this bed and possibly, if we've got enough time, plant it. So we've now finished both of these beds. This bed we planted bitter melon, 4 rows of corn, and bush beans again, but the corn we actually took from the ones planted in the greenhouse because the mice had started getting them, so they already got like a tiny little start. If they don't make it, we can put more corn. We're like early anyway, we're probably a week early from when we should be planting, but the risk is worth it. But anyway, we're going to go for a drive. We're going to go pick up these 4 baby somethings. So I'll catch you guys very soon. Okay, so we just came back from big long trip to get these guys, and we're just about to release them out of the cage.
Okay, make sure they don't go out that door, Jessica. You could just move yourself real gently. No, just sit in that corner without letting them in. Yep.
Forward and down to the main part I like about them is the heads.
Okay, so we've got 4 baby emus. One is I think 3 weeks old and the other 3 are 9 days old. The names we have for them is Blue, Delta, Echo, Charlie off Jurassic World. So I think it's a pretty appropriate names for all of them. We don't know which ones yet because we're going to put rings on them, but I think Blue's going to be the big one. And we have something else to add to our emus. Something that just hatched.
So this is our one and only baby ostrich that hatched, and we have named him Louis. So he's about a day old now, and we're going to put him in with the emus so he's got some friends.
Hi, Blue. They're all weird too.
So I'm just here going past Matilda. She is cleaning the rabbit cages for me, like she does every week. And she's got Harold down here, giving her a hand, and Bambi over there, the goat, giving her a hand. So she's in good hands. I'm gonna head on down the bottom. I'm gonna plant some carrots. Right over here is where I'm gonna plant them. So I'm gonna quickly get some dirt. I've only got a little bit left. I'm just gonna see how much dirt I can chuck in here. And then I'm gonna get my little bike and I'm gonna bike these carrot seeds through out here. Hopefully put a net over. I don't know if I've got any more of that net. I might do, or else I'll put my other black netting over top of it. We'll see what we've got. But anyway, I'm going to get into it. Okay, so this is my little bike here, and I think I've got a lot of these, I think it's Manchester ones that I'm going to put in. But basically that goes in there and then the seeds go out. I just fill this up with seeds, and it's got a little thing down there that turns this, and then the seeds come out here, and then this bit down here kind of covers the dirt over, sometimes a bit too much. That's why I go over a few more times. But basically this is to stop me from mucking around with you know, when they get a bit bigger and they're too close together, taking them all out kind of thing. This is like supposed to be perfect spacing, even though sometimes I just like go over too many times and then I have to do it anyway. Doesn't really matter, but I find it easier to deal with anyway. So I'm going to fill this up and I'm going to get on my bike. That is done. That is one carrot bed done. There's actually 10 rows of carrots, forgot to mention before. I've given it water and I put the net over. So the only thing I haven't done was like snail pellets, but it takes them like a week or so to germinate anyway, so I've got a bit of time for that. but I really want to get this other trellis planted, because I've already got some I think it's Loki and Kiwiano hornmelon to plant each side of this, but I really want to top up some more dirt, so I'm going to see what I can get out of our compost area, because I'm determined to actually put our own compost in here so we can really get a comparison for there. So I'm going to see what I can get, and I'm going to start topping up at least this side. Okay, this is the last load of compost I need for this area. I think it's about 6 all up that I've got from our free compost pile. So I've just decided to tarp it, because unlike this other compost that I get from in bulk compost centers, this is homemade, and we have been throwing a lot of weeds in there, and there's getting a lot of weed seeds. I noticed just before I put this other load on that there's little sprouts coming up, so I think I can eliminate that by tarping it for like a week or two, as long as there's some hot sun, and it should kill all those weed seeds before they get a chance to come up, as long as I don't disturb the soil again. But yeah, I did want to plant some stuff in there, but I'd rather plant them next week and have no weeds than be weeding all summer long, and then I lose heaps of dirt when I weed as well. So yeah, but I think that's a good achievement for today, and it's pretty cool. We've got the emus and ostriches now, so that's awesome. Got a ton to do in that paddock. The digger's coming down tomorrow, so without further ado, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the next day, and it's time to get this digger down the bottom. But before we start, we're going to get some drone footage of what it looks like before, so then you can get kind of a day-by-day step of how it's looking. So me and Evelyn just dropped off some pipes that we're going to use for culverts on my truck. Maybe you can see them way down there, but the digger has no hydraulic fluid at the moment, so it's got to pick some up tomorrow. So we haven't done much. We just pulled out the posts that were over here, and we just went over how we're gonna do everything. So you're probably not going to see any of that until the next video, and me and Evelyn are going to go up. It's actually quite late already, and we actually spent like a couple of hours taking down wire and white tape around the place just to get it so it's much easier to for him to do all the digger work. So that's going to start tomorrow. I'll try to keep you updated, but I do have a full-time job. I will be at work when he's doing the digger work, so Debs will keep you up to date with what she can. And for now, me and this little monkey in here are going to go up and chill out for the rest of our Sunday. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Look out.